Hello, everyone.
Make yourself to home, Mr. Mankiewicz, or shall I call you Herman?
Please, call me Mank.
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 Mank?
This is Herman Mankiewicz, but we're to call him Mank.
Hola, Amanda, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Et moi? I'm very excited to talk to you because, wow, what a movie. You are making movie history with this movie. Aren't you excited with that?
Yeah, I could talk about it all day. I do talk about it all day, but I like to do it because it's one of a kind. It's really hard to nail, and he knew what he was doing, David, when he started this project.
Before everything, I have to ask you, maybe Fetch didn't happen, but can we make or bring back Nerd?
Ah, nerds.
I would prefer Fetch. I don't know why Nerd is, it kind of, I don't know, it doesn't feel as good coming out of the mouth, but Nerds. I mean, you got to do it with an accent if you're going to do it, but we could try. You could help me with that.
Him, I get. But what did Marion ever do to deserve this?
It's not her. Not all characters are headliners. Some are secondary.
And going back a little bit to the movie and David Fincher, how did it feel, or how was the experience of doing a classic movie? And what did you learn as an actress that you didn't know, like with your other movies, doing this type of movie or this type of filming?
Well, this type of filming is very much David Fincher's process, which is to do multiple takes, and I kind of fell in love with that because I got the opportunity to leave no stone unturned in terms of moments and reactions and feelings and helping the story grow and helping this, these characters have a life. And it's like theater, and I loved it. But in working, it's not so different. My process wasn't so different working in what felt like a very authentic 1930s set. We had the fake smoke, and we had the the very authentic props and the gowns and the dresses. I mean, it definitely it propelled me into that world much quicker because it felt so real, and some of it was so real, but my process wasn't very different. It's what David brought to it mainly that changed me.
I've put up with your suicidal drinking, your compulsive gambling, your silly platonic affairs. You owe me, Herman.
And all your scenes with Gary are amazing. They're so charming and so funny and so intimate. Most of the movie, you guys are by yourselves when you're doing your scenes. How was working with him?
He's wonderful to work with. Everything that you felt, and hopefully you felt, and that you see is partly due to the fact that we know each other and we've worked together before and we have a great rapport. And that spark that was written into the script really came a lot easier because of that relationship that we already had, and because of the writing of how beautiful. But they bring out the best in each other. It's beautiful to embody.
This is a business where the buyer gets nothing for his money but a memory. What he bought still belongs to the man who sold it. That's the real magic of the movies. Thunder, lightning, blood, fire, religion.
Help! Someone save me!
And I have to say, there's some scenes that feel a little too real, even though like you're talking about the 30s. Like that scene with Mayer talking about like their employees that they have to cut their salaries. They felt like, oh my God, that's too real right now. And also when you're at the party and talking about Nazis at Hitler, I was like, oh, it feels like that was where we were headed. I was doing that scene.
Yeah, it's funny in a not very haha way that there are just too many parallels politically speaking. I mean, politics is cyclical, and that's the first thing I talked to David about when we first spoke before I did the movie. It's just like, it's really terrifying that we as humans don't seem to learn enough in order to stop the cycle, and that we got there again somehow. Did we need to? I don't know. But it's just, even in the fake news aspect in this movie, it's just like people will do anything to win, and it's really hard to. It's just hard to puncture that cycle. So we need to be reminded, though, through movies. We always are, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, the parallels, as you said. Thank you so much, Amanda. It's a great movie. Again, it's going to be part of film history, and I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you for everything.